Okay, so welcome back to this video series. I'm gonna try some new things out. I'm gonna try having some background music playing. Let me know if you guys think it's a little bit distracting or if you guys want different music in the background. With that out of the way, let's get into this. The thing I want to change is go to the game scene. We're gonna change this Node 2D. I'm going to change this to be just a regular node. We don't need the extra features of Node 2D in this game. Next, let's go into project settings and go find UI left, and we're going to add in this A key. So all you have to do here is add key and put A. The same for right, add key D for D, UI up and up for jump, and that's it. Now that that's out of the way, next we want to go to our base level. And what I'm going to want to do here is I'm going to want to get rid of this player, and because we're going to, for now, just test out instancing a player from just the player scene that we're going to be creating today. And I'm also going to duplicate this light, and we're going to change some settings. We're going to set the texture scale to about 10, transform to about 455, and we're going to change position to be about 416 by like, I don't know, 80. That looks good. So now that we have that, if we click play, and then we got rough scene that looks closer to what we had seen in the first episode. So what we want to do next is we're going to create a new scene. So we're going to use an area 2D. Rename this to coin. Add a sprite to this. What else we're going to add to the sprite? We're going to add the light 2D ocular, and we're also going to add a collision shape 2D. Now let's go to here, select and load the texture from the art folder, the sprite sheet here. I'm going to go under animation, set it to 3 H frames, and we're going to set the frame to be the next frame over. Let's save this under scenes. We're going to call it coin. Let's see. We're going to go in. Let's go in and add these as well. Let's go add in the rectangle shape here. Make it an 8x8. Go and create a light ocular. So we're going to go in here and create new. Before you go in and start drawing, make sure you set use Smart Snap here, and also use Pixel Snap. Now let's go in and create some points here. We're going to go in and select this corner. And there we go. A lot easier and simpler than not having Pixel Snap on. Now let's attach a script to this. We're going to attach a coin script. And what we're going to do under coin, we're going to set when we body enter, we're going to take the coin and we're just going to do a self.queue_free, which basically will delete the coin once object interacts with it. We're going to want to go in probably after, make sure to check the body type, make sure it's only the player, but for now this is all we need to put in here. Next, what we're going to want to do is go in here, take this coin, and we're going to rotate it. So let's go to transform, rotate it to 45 degrees. So now we got a nice coin here. Now, next, what we're going to want to do is add in a player. We're going to do a kinematic body 2D. We're going to rename this to player. And let's go in and add in the sprite we're going to be using. What else we're going to want? We're going to want a collision shape 2D, and also under sprite, we're going to want to add in that light ocular 2D as well. For sprite, let's go in and load the art. So we're going to take the sprite sheet again. We're going to set the animation again to 3, and we're going to keep the H frame to 0. So that looks good. Go in here. Let's set this also sprite to, we're going to set the scale to be half. So it's nice and small. Now let's go in and create the new ocular shape. And we're going to go in, do the same thing, select points till I get a nice closed shape. looks good. And let's go in here in the collision shape, the rectangle shape. This time it's going to be a 4x4 since it's half the size. Now let's go in here, save this player. And last thing we're going to do is add in the player script here. Let's just delete all this. We're going to want some variables. We're going to call onReady var variable. I'm going to name it velocity. And we're going to make sure it's a vector2. And we're going to set this vector2 equal to vector2.0. So that basically once it comes out, it's not moving. We're going to now add in some constants. So we're going to go constant gravity equals 800. Constant jump velocity equals -250. Oh, that's awkward. And next, let's go in and add in constant speed equals 65. That looks all good. Now we're going to add some, we're going to first add the physics process. Let's add just a pass here for now, but we're going to add two functions that are going to be called there. We're going to have a function called horizontal. That's how you spell horizontal, I think, right? And in here we're going to do if input is action pressed, and we're going to do UI left. Then we're going to say velocity.x equal negative speed. Okay, and next we're going to do an elif input dot is action pressed, and we're going to do UI right. Velocity.x equals speed, and we're going to say else. We're going to set the velocity. Why is this giving an error? No, it's fine. There we go, and we're going to do velocity.x equals 0 here. And we're going to add this under horizontal. We're also going to want to add a velocity.y here, and it's going to be plus equal like the gravity times delta. And we're also going to want to add a velocity equals what it's called move and slide. And we're going to pass velocity, I believe. I'm going to pass vector2.up, and we're going to pass true as well. And let's go in and add the last function. We're going to call it function. Let's just name this jump instead. And we're going to do if input dot is action pressed, UI up. Then we're going to say velocity.y equal to jump velocity. And also one more thing, we need to go in and make sure that it is on floor. If we don't check if it is on floor, we can just constantly keep jumping. Later down the line, I might add an ability to jump mid-air, so we're going to have to change this code, but for a single jump, this code should be fine. And let's add in the jump function in here. That looks good. So now let's go into our base level. And we're going to instance, I'm going to do an instance of both the player here. And we're going to do one instance of the coin just to make sure the coin is working. The coin's a little bit big, but might scale it down. There we go. I'm not sure. That's everything, I believe. You know what? Let's make the coin half size, but I think that's how I had it initially set up in the first video. So let's do that and see how that looks now. And if you look, you can see it automatically updates, so that's nice. I got a nice little player, got some nice hops. And the shadows are interacting nice with the player and all the objects around. And I guess that's it for this video. Next video, we're gonna go in and we're gonna take these orange shapes and instance coins in those positions, and we're also gonna go in and for the player block instance players, and we're also gonna take these standard blue blocks and we're gonna instance I'm gonna make another scene called wall, which is basically gonna be the same as these blocks we currently have, but I just want to show the ability to use the tile map to prototype quickly, and you can later down the line just instance objects on top of those. I feel like using basic shapes for prototyping makes it easier to just prototype in general and not worry about the graphics. And with that out of the way, I think we're done for today. I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna add in the ability to instance objects, and I might add in some animations and stuff if there's not much for the video. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.